NAPALMEDITION.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cage Radio. As my background changes there, this is the Napalm Edition. Please call in 559-268-0335. It is uncensored. Feel free to drop F-bombs. My callers can call in, say whatever they want. Call me in. Tell me the show sucks. Tell me it doesn't suck. I've been busting my ass this week trying to get stuff on. I made a big, huge promo and everything for the show and everything, but we can't figure out how to get it on here. So I'm just winging it. I want to thank everybody out there in MySpace land for adding us. I went over 3,100 fans this week. I truly appreciate all the support. I want to give a shout out to my top MySpace fan, Nisi Lee. Thank you for all the fantastic suggestions this week. One of the things that people have been sending me emails about is the poor quality of video that we're receiving from here. So what I'm going to do to alleviate that situation is the Shocker Army compound has been gracious enough to grant Cage Radio some space out there. Ani has cleared some stuff out of the way, and we are going to set up an entire stage, etc. out there where we'll be broadcasting, hopefully live, from the Shocker Army compound. So I'm really excited about that. I want to thank Ani and the Shocker Army guys for hooking us up. Actually, Ani is in studio tonight. He is playing the part of the assistant producer. Our normal producer that is here, not so sweet baby James, has had his teeth ripped out of his face, and he is probably on some good drugs, and I'm sure he's at home watching this spectacular broadcast. James, we hope you're feeling better. Get your ass back in the studio soon. Pinch hitting for James is the world-renowned Whitney, and we really appreciate Whitney coming out and helping Cage Radio. The show could use a female touch. And we do appreciate that. Now, like I said, I've been on MySpace all week long. I've been banging the website up and down. There must have been some heavy drinking last night on the tour bus, because last night at about 1:30, MMA Worldwide magazine, and they also do Tap Out magazine, they sent me an email, and they thought it was going to be a good idea if they came on the show. So we're pretty excited about that. I talked to Bobby Pittman today, and I guess they got into their room about 6 o'clock this morning. They were driving the tour bus all night. They were at the Strike Force weigh-ins. I guess the weigh-ins were about 2 o'clock today. They're at the Strike Force weigh-ins. They're going to call us live from the tour bus. Bobby Pittman and the crew will call in and break down the Strike Force weigh-ins. We look forward to that. And then my favorite website, there's a lot of great MMA websites out there, but my personal favorite website that I like to read nearly every day is Cage Potato, and we're going to be joined by Ben Folks from, I hope I said that right. If not, he can give me an elbow to the head when he calls in. He will be calling in about 6:30. That is the game plan. And he's going to be calling in from Missoula, Montana, wherever the hell that is. So we'll be able to chat with Ben. If you have any questions or whatever, please, 559-268-0335. I can see it's on the screen. Hit the digits, call in. Tell me what you guys think. Be the first caller to drop an F-bomb on the show. Who knows? Okay? And then the other thing is Next MMA Fight. Excuse me. NextMMAfight.com. Side B has he's kind of joined the show. He does video production and everything, and he's going to help me with my video production in the future. But he is out on vacation, so we were looking for a new look to the show. But this week, he has produced a breakdown on his fight card, and if I can get Whitney to go ahead and play that video, when we come back, I will let you know what I think about the fight card, and we'll break it down. So, side B, please.
Hey, what's up? I'm Side B from NextMMAfight.com, hanging out here with Cage Radio. So check it out. This Saturday, April 11th, we got Strike Force Shamrock versus Diaz. I'm going to break down the card for you real fast. We got 5 fights scheduled on that main card. Originally, one of those fights was going to be a rematch. Josh Thompson was going to defend his belt against Gilbert Melendez. That's no longer going to happen. Josh Thompson broke his left leg. Hopefully, he'll get healed up and we can see that match sometime in the future. But I believe Gilbert Melendez is still going to be on the card. I'm not certain who he's fighting. I think he's going to be fighting Gabe Lemley. That's an opponent that he fought last year and defeated. But if anything, hopefully we'll still get to see Gilbert fight on the card. 4 other fights on the card. Brett Rogers versus Ron Humphrey. Brett Rogers is going to be a heavyweight bout. Brett Rogers, he's 8-0. 7 of his wins have come by TKO. And check it out, none of his fights have ever gone past the first round. So this newcomer, Ron Humphrey, well, he's been around. I've never seen him fight, so he's kind of relatively an unknown. But from what I know, he's 12-0 or 5-0, depending on where you check. But he trains with Gary Brown. Gary Brown is a guy who's trained lots of champions in the stand-up arena. So it'll be interesting to see how that helps him in his fight against Brett Rogers. Also on the card, we got Chris Cyborg Santos, rising star in female MMA. I was looking forward to seeing her fight Gina Carano. That's not going to happen this time around. Hopefully we'll see that later on this year. But on this card, she's got to get past a Japanese fighter by the name of Hitomi Akano. Her nickname is Girl Fight Monster. And on paper, Girl Fight Monster looks like a submission specialist. Cyborg's only loss came by the way of submission, so this should be a good test for her. Next fight, Scott Smith is on the card. And if you saw that fight with Robbie Lawler and Scott Smith, man, that was a phenomenal battle. It reminded me why MMA is like the most awesome sport. But Scott Smith is going to be on the card. He's going to be fighting Benji Raddick. Benji Raddick had a lot of success in IFL. He's also known for his striking, so this matchup has slugfest written all over it. And for the main event, we got Frank Shamrock versus Nick Diaz. Both these guys want to get out there and take care of business. Frank Shamrock, he's an explosive fighter. He's going to come out and push the pace. Nick Diaz, he's got trippy stand-up. You know, he's an unorthodox striker. Sometimes it doesn't look like he's doing much, but he's actually able to dole out a lot of damage with his jabs. And on top of that, he's got a great ground game. You know, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu background. So I'm not sure if Frank's going to want to go to the ground or not in this fight. You know, in his interview, Frank Shamrock said he wants to get back to basics. What that means, you know, we'll find out. Some of the variables here, I don't know. I don't think Frank Shamrock's age is going to be an issue. Hopefully that won't be a variable. Another issue is the weight. You know, Nick Diaz is fighting at a heavier weight than he usually does. Usually he's fighting at around 150, 170. You know, this one, they're fighting at a catch weight of 179, so it's a little bit heavier. Is that going to be a factor? We'll find out. Anyway, both these fighters are fun to watch. On paper, this looks like a great matchup. I'm looking forward to checking it out. So that's Strikeforce this Saturday. The main card starts at 7 p.m. on Showtime. And if you're going to be checking out the fights with friends, make sure to go to nextmmafight.com, print out a fight pick sheet. Just click on the card. It's going to open up as a PDF. You can print one out for each guest, have your guests fill it out. It's competition. Yo, I'm Cy B for Cage Radio. Check out my website, nextmmafight.com. Enjoy the fights. Peace.